Alright, welcome to Ripley, Ohio, at the start of the Great Ohio Adventure Trail. 1,060 miles to go. Every trail has a beginning. Well, hello everybody. Brad with Lost at Last. Welcome back to the channel. Last year, I took a really awesome trip that combined two of Ohio's best adventure routes, the Southern Ohio Adventure Loop and the Trans-Ohio Trail. That got me thinking though, what if there was an adventure route that went from one end of Ohio to the other? Something that showcased the best of the Buckeye State and was truly unique in its own right. So after a few months of staring at maps and scouting out places I hadn't been before, the Great Ohio Adventure Trail was born. 1,060 miles from the Ohio River to Lake Erie. Now, every route has to have a cool acronym, so GOAT worked pretty well. So in July of 2023, I packed my moto bags and I headed down to the river for a week-long adventure on the GOAT. And this is part one of the series here, so we sure hope you'll stick around for this awesome journey all the way to Lake Erie. So strap on your helmets. We're heading to Ripley, Ohio and the start of the Great Ohio Adventure Trail. We decided to start the Great Ohio Adventure Trail in Ripley because of its significance as a river town and as a major stop on the Underground Railroad. The route starts at the John P. Parker House. John was born into slavery and bought his freedom at the age of 18 for $1,800. He came to Ripley in 1847 and was an iron molder by day and a conductor on the Underground Railroad by night. He would ferry fugitive slaves right here across the Ohio River and was so notorious that Kentucky slave owners placed a $1,000 bounty on his head. Parker's work was essential to the freedom of hundreds of enslaved people. He was a courageous and dedicated abolitionist who helped make a real difference in the Buckeye State. The first gravel section is just outside of town on Howard Hill Road, a pretty exciting uphill section. West Union, the county seat of Adams County. A really cool place called Blake's Pharmacy, where they have a working soda fountain here on the left. Mineral Springs Road is a nice paved section where the GOAT combines with the Southern Ohio Adventure Loop for a little bit. This is Scioto Brush Creek, where the water can be really deep, so be careful. You can always take 348 around as a bypass. Well, I'm taking a break here on Mount Unger Road, here on section 1 of the GOAT. It's been a little rainy, a little wet, but you know, I actually don't mind riding in the rain. I like all the misty and very cool look of the trees and the roads and all that. It's been a good ride so far. This part right here actually coincides with the Southern Ohio Adventure Loop a little bit. Yeah, we're making really good time. So staying at Shawnee State Park tonight. It's July 4th weekend, so I guess I was lucky to get a spot. If it's raining like this when I set up, that's not going to be that big of a deal. But yeah, very, very fun so far. The creeks looked good for the creek crossings, so no complaints there. And I'm going to give a minute for these cars to keep on pressing through, and we'll be on 125, and we're going to stop at the Blue Creek General Store here on 125. Just a personal favorite of mine. You know, they've got a little bit of everything. So the Blue Creek General Store is a must-stop on the trail. Supplies, fuel, and a great place to grab a bite. Great to see the rain letting up as we make our way into Ohio's largest state-owned public land, Shawnee State Forest. Unfortunately, there was a little trouble lying ahead for the bike. Okay, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is the sun is shining, so the rain has stopped. The bad news is my bike won't start. I think it's something with the clutch. It's not engaging right. So I tried to, take the cable and adjust it. I've been tinkering around with it for 2 hours. It's not been fixed. I'm now boiling alive in the sun, and of course I have no service, so I can't watch the YouTube video on how to do it right. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to make something up and, see how it goes. Hopefully my starter hasn't went out. That would be, of course, very bad. Yeah, day one. These are the things that happen. So I'm pretty close to camp. We're staying at Shawnee State Park, so maybe, I don't know, I would just kind of like to roll it back into service. Got about 30 miles left on the tank. Yeah, we're gonna try that and see what happens. Okay, we're gonna have to get her rolling.
Oh, we're rolling down the hill now. Oh, it started. Oh, yes. Oh, best day of my life. Well, it kind of sucked because I was in the sun, but holy cow, man. You know, I started getting this rain jacket out because I was like, oh, cold, cold. Now I'm used to it.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't feel bad anymore.